just knowing that somebody is there to support you and always have your back, it's a really good peace of mind. And just really choosing your thoughts, programming your mind, and focusing your energy intentionally, like text practice, having that thought, like the good energy, like feeling that this energy, you have this good energy, you wanted to express it. Welcome to another episode of the Becky Choi's podcast show. Today I wanted to switch gear a little bit. We have been talking a lot about diastasis, recti, postpartum, fitness, nutrition, and having my clients coming on here and share their experience. But today I wanted to totally switch the gear and talk to you a little bit about business. Now, this isn't like a business advice. This isn't about like starting a business, but maybe sharing with you, especially for moms, and I know a lot of them, including myself, like after having a baby, you might not want to go back to your previous job. You might want to try something else because now you wanted to see your baby growing up, you wanted to enjoy every moment with them, but at the same time you still need to make your end meet, and you might want to do something at home, earn some money at home to help out, or maybe you wanted to do something more, following your passions and be an entrepreneur, but while being able to watch your kids growing up and maybe perhaps have another family members on the way in the future, and you just don't want it to go back. Perhaps it was stressful, perhaps it was long hours and you were always outside at the office. You can't see your baby by the time you come home, they are almost sleeping. So I thought this would be a really interesting episode for you because that's how I started. And that's exactly how I felt. I knew I wanted to be with my baby. I wanted to see every single moment, milestone that they had. I don't want to miss out anything. Now, so this is the episode for you, so stay tuned. Now, let's talk about a little bit of a backstory of me, like how I got started with my business. As you know, I have my own fitness program, but it wasn't always like that because I actually had no fitness background and going to the gym was never a thing for me. That the most I was doing yoga. But I was in finance for a really long time. I worked in a big bank in Canada here for the last 10 years and in various roles. So I thought that I would most likely be climbing up that ladder to the corporate office and probably stay there. It's a good job, it's a decent job, right? You earn your pensions and maybe you retire, but then I always believed that at the same time I was meant to be more. I always had something in me that I was meant for more. I knew there was out there I wanted to explore. I'm still young, I'm only in my early 30s. I really wanted to just try something different. And I still have at least 20-30 years to go until retirement. I didn't want to just stay whatever I am and climbing up that ladder. I wanted to explore more, and that's really how my curiosity really sparked in me. Even though I was working at the bank, I was always doing something on the side. So I had a online dog boutique. So I was selling dog clothes and dog collars back in the days, like about maybe 10 years ago. That kind of totally flopped after a year or so. And even that first year didn't do that well. I mean, I probably just break even, but after a year or so, it was a total loss. But it was a really good experience for me to knowing like, okay, how to do like go online and like how to create your own websites, how to look at the inventories and customer service and shipping and all of that. So that was a really good experience for me as a 20-something-year-old and just trying to figure my way. And then I also did like penny stock. I thought it was like, oh, that's so cool. You just need to open a trading account and you can start trading, and penny stock is so explosive and you're gonna make overnight money. So I was sort of like just kind of like trying out stuff and like wanting to, back when you're young, you just want quick money, right? You want fast cash. So I didn't have to worry about like a lot about other things because I didn't have family back then. So, but of course, I lost money on that. So that didn't work out. And it wasn't until after I had my baby and then I really thought about what else I could do. So I switched my job at the bank, and even though I was at retail job, I switched to a fully 100% commission job. So that gave me more opportunity. I could have more opportunity in terms of getting more clients, and the more I work, the more I earn kind of thing, instead of capping it out at a specific salary if you were doing, let's say, a financial advisor job or a corporate job at the desk. So I was a mortgage advisor, and the more clients that I get to do mortgages with, then the more commissions that I make, and it was 100%. So I was really scared, because what if I didn't get any clients? What if I wasn't doing a good job? I didn't have clients coming to me, then I would make zero money, right? So I was really scared, but it worked out really well, and I truly enjoyed that job. So that was another experience for me to just get out of my comfort zone and do something different. But I wanted to share with you is that if you're having your baby now and you might be on your mat leave and thinking, oh, you know what, I really don't want to go back to where I were. So what can you do? I would suggest you to look at what you are good at. First of all, like look at your characteristic, look at your skills. What were some of the things that you're good at that people would think, wow, you are so good, and that's something that can't do as well as you are. So just to give you some examples, like let's say you're good at baking. Okay, you're good at baking. Now it's not just about baking, and like what kind of things are you good at baking? We wanted to find a niche. So if you wanted to find a path for you, you need to niche down, and niching down is looking at the broader category that you're really good at. So for example, in this example, baking, what are you good at baking? Or can you be a little bit more specific? I am good at doing birthday cake. That's amazing, birthday cake. And I am good at creating birthday cake for kids. And so okay, that's amazing. So there is your niche, right? You're good at baking, but you not only are you good at baking, but you're good at baking birthday cake specifically for kids. Like you may be able to make really creative cakes. Just example, I got a rainbow cake for Emily's 3rd birthday. It was so pretty. That cake was amazing, so pretty, and it tastes so good, and she was so happy. So this is your niche, right? So how can you make it into a way that you can share value with other people in the world? Can you teach how you bake? Like if you wanted to be teaching how other people bakes, or maybe you can bake and sell your cakes, right, to clients who are moms and have young kids, and they're looking for cakes like that. So for another example, so it could be craft. Like you're good at doing paper skills, you have good scissor skill, or like gluing, or like coloring. Like I don't know, I'm terrible at craft. Whenever Jordan's Emily asking me to do craft, I'm so bad at it. But okay, let's say, what kind of craft specifically? Are you good at like doing puzzles? Perhaps are you good at do you have a specific language that you speak? Can you make that craft into that specific language? Because sometimes once in a while I will see an Instagram mom who are so good at craft, but not only do they good at craft, but they are incorporating language into that craft. So I had a mom who knew how to speak Korean and Chinese. So for me, I speak Cantonese and Mandarin, and my husband is Korean. So I always wanted my children to speak that language, Korean and Chinese. So I see this mom who are so good at making craft, but while doing the craft, they are able to help the child to learn the language. And I thought that was such an amazing idea. And she shared her craft idea on her Instagram, and then she probably create some PDF and worksheets, and maybe she sell like a PDF work craft book on her Instagram, and that's how she makes money online at home, right? So this is something that you wanted to look at. It has to be something that you are good at, you're passionate, you're just a few steps ahead of other people. You don't have to be like an expert. You don't have to be like so many steps ahead of other people. Like you have to have a PhD degree, or like you have to have like a master's degree in baking, for example. I don't think there is one, or like for cooking, right? You don't have to have that. You just have to be a few steps of other people. Start sharing what you know, and because you are going to continue to learn, you're going to continue to educate yourself on this topic, and you're going to get better, right? So then you start sharing more, and you help moms, or you help whoever who are your clients to get better at what you are selling to them or what you're teaching to them, and you enhance your skill, bring the education, and continue to share. And so that is something that is really important. That's exactly how I started with my fitness journey. I was 35 pounds overweight, right? I had that diastasis. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just started sharing my journey, and I knew that there are moms who are similar to me, but I just started to share what I know. And then as I lose weight, as I lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, I start sharing what I did. I start sharing what I ate and my nutrition, how I was, what kind of workout I did, how I managed my time with my 2 kids. So I start sharing it, and you can scroll back all the way to 3 years ago when I started with my very first before picture, and I started sharing my stories. And that's how I get to this where I am at right now, because I not only do I teach what I know, but I also continue to improve myself, continue to refine my skill and educate myself. So you would be the same thing too. And you are going to hit a lot of roadblock along the way. You're going to you're going to have a lot of mental roadblock, especially you're like, okay, you know what, I'm not cut for this, I am not worthy, oh, who do you think I am, I don't know anything about this, oh, this is so hard, oh, I don't have time. You are going to have so many thoughts about this. So mindset, like having mindset, you have to have some personal development, and that is to reading books, listening to podcasts, being in a community that have people who are going through a really similar journey as you, who are, be uplifting you, and you can be inspired by their journey. And that is something that has always helped me to move forward. I didn't know where I was heading, and especially in the first 2 years, I truly didn't know what I was doing, but I just kept going even though I didn't know. I kept watching YouTube videos, I asked for help, right? I joined different stuff, but in the beginning I didn't have money. I just joined a lot of free stuff. And so that's really kept me going and listening to a lot of stories. But also at the same time, it would be really helpful for your spouse to be on board. One of the only reason, if I hear other people that spouse are not on board, is that they don't see the vision as you do. You need to have a vision, a clear vision of where you want to be 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years from now. How do you think your life will change if your business is going to be successful? You have to truly believe it. Even if you don't believe in yourself yet, you are going to use other example to believe that if they can do it, that you can do it too. So if you start sharing and have that similar vision and have an open communication with your husband, that this is something you're truly passionate about, you believe in it, you are truly believing in it. If your husband is going to seeing that in you, they are going to wanting to support you, right? It's just like your fitness journey. If your husband knows that you're fully committed, you are not taking it, you're not just saying it or playing around with it, you're actually committed, fully committed to it, and you show him that you're doing the work, right? He will be fully supporting you, and it'll be so much easier for you, because then he can share some workloads with you. He can help you to maybe look after your babies and maybe do some work for you in the house. So it will really make your life so much easier. And just knowing that somebody is there to support you and always have your back, it's a really good peace of mind. And just really choosing your thoughts, programming your mind, and focusing your energy intentionally, like text practice, having that thought, like the good energy, like feeling that this energy, you have this good energy, you wanted to express it, feeling that your emotion, you can make space to create and sustain new and more helpful ones. It may be a new ways of you doing things. It's a new things for you to to have that kind of emotion, to make space for more things to come. It is so worth it. You need to create space. You need to think beyond what you can imagine right now. Think of the future self you are 1 year from now, 3 years from now. And I know sometimes those thoughts will be like, oh, I'm not good at this. And it is there to protect you. Like, your mind is so smart, because you might have something that you failed and that it wasn't a good experience. So it is there to always to protect you. But just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge that, okay, my mind is helping me. It is just there to support me, but I choose thought that supports me who I am now, and I'm not the same person I am 3 years ago. I wanted to choose a thought that supports me and my desire where I want to be 1, 3, 5, 10 years down the road. And it will be so much easier for you, and trust me, it's going to be so worth it for you, because your future self will definitely think who you are today. and start believing in it. So here are a couple resources that I would recommend you if you are truly thinking about starting your own business, packaging it into a course, making it into an evergreen, like meaning that you make money while you sleep, or like you're making up a course and people can just buy it whenever. So here are a couple resources that I would highly recommend you to read and to listen to. So the first one is by Russell Brunson. So he is the founder of ClickFunnels, but he also published a few books and they are so good for sales and marketing. And Russell Brunson has like a series of books, .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, and Traffic Secrets. I recommend you to read all of them, but possibly most likely for you to start with just .com Secrets and Expert Secrets. They will enhance your knowledge on marketing and sales, and then making you to become that go-to person for that niche, for that specific niche that you're good at, that you're passionate about, and how to make an entrance into an online world, where to even start. So .com Secrets and Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson are really good for you to start. And then if you're looking for something that is completely free, like you're still not sure how to do this and you just wanted to dip your toe and just take a look, I would recommend you to follow Vanessa Lau on YouTube. So watch all her YouTube videos, especially the one in the older days by Vanessa Lau, because she made herself a millionaire by the age that she was 25, and she was one of my mentors last year, and she was amazing. I really enjoy working with her. She had so much knowledge. She is so smart. Being a young girl, 25, right? Only in her early 20s, she quit her 9-to-5 corporate job and boldly make herself into an online world and making her own course and all of that. All her YouTube videos are very, very valuable. She gives you a lot of tips and tricks and techniques and strategy on how to, let's say, grow your Instagram follower, how to start your business, how to niche down, and give you all these marketing ideas. And then if you like to listen to stuff like I do, if you like to listen to stuff, I would also recommend you to listen to a podcast show by Angie Lee, the Angie Lee Show. So nowadays she doesn't talk too much about marketing and stuff, but back in the days, if you listen to her episodes in her podcast show about maybe 2 years ago, she talks heavily about marketing and sales and how to, let's say, have a good sales script and how to effectively communicate with your prospects and with your ideal client or audience. And she is really, really good at that. And I just really love her sweet voice on her podcast. She is so sweet, so cute, and I really love her energy on her podcast show. So if you don't want to read, if you don't want to watch podcast show, I would definitely recommend Angie Lee. So those are the resources, and I kind of like dig myself into them. I probably listen and watch most of the stuff that I recommended here. They have hundreds of shows and hundreds of YouTube videos. I spend like hundreds of hours listening and watching these, if not thousands. But that's why it makes you an expert, makes you that go-to person. But if you're just spending like half an hour a day on your way to work, on your way back, or maybe when you're going out for a walk and listen to YouTube video, which is okay too, you're gonna gain so much knowledge, you're gonna gain so much insight. And just by walking, just by being in the car, you can see how much valuable that it can add into your life and personal development. So I highly recommend that. And confidence in yourself, niche down on what you're really good at. You just have to be a few steps ahead of other people and continue to educate yourself. It is something that you want to do. You are going to get up earlier. You are going to stay up later if it's something that you're passionate about. Otherwise, if it's something that you're not passionate about, you just wanted to make quick cash, quick money, it's not going to last. You're not going to have that fire in you. Believe in yourself, have a good support system, having your husband on board with having that same vision as you. So helpful. So I hope that was helpful for you on, what to start, where to begin. And once you niche down, the next thing is really sharing what you know, sharing valuable contents online. Pick a platform that you use. It could be Instagram, could be YouTube, right? Lots of YouTubes out there. And don't be afraid to be like, oh, there's so many people doing that already. Doesn't matter, they're not you. They're not you. They will never be the same as you, because you are the only person in this universe who are you. So just be yourself, be fun, be who you are, and sharing what you know, because they are guaranteed that they can't share what you have. They can't share. So your smile, your charm, your the way you teach, the way you talk, the way you share your knowledge, they are gonna be so different. You are the only person. And pick a platform, start sharing, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. But I would just say pick just one platform instead of doing all over the places. Then you're not gonna overwhelm yourself. Really choose thought that believing in yourself, and that's like the biggest thing. Mindset is a huge thing for anything, for fitness, for entrepreneurship, even for being a mom, that you are an amazing mom. Alright, that's all I have for you in this episode. I thought that was something that was interesting, maybe refreshing for you, because you've been listening to a lot of diastasis topics. So this is something might be interesting for you if you're thinking about starting your own business or something on the side. Don't think that it's just always going to be on the side. It could turn into something bigger, much bigger than you thought. Alright friends, thank you for listening in. I'm really happy that you're tuning in to this episode and listening to this all the way to the end. If you find this episode helpful for your mom's friends, share with them please, and also come over to my Instagram at BeckyChoi_. I share a lot of stuff on DR, moms, and just fun things on my stories. I wanted to connect with you. Okay, talk to you soon. Thank you.